Hello, good evening. Let me just find myself. Is there anybody there? Hi, Dorina. I think you can just see my light in the corner. There we go. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Dawn. Helen. Hi, Karen. I bet it's cold for you, isn't it? Bit different to being in Turkey. Right, that's got me all sorted. Now I know where I need to be. Hi, Helen. Hi, Jean. Marie. Hi, Helen. So you can see what we're working with tonight. I'm working with the new layered differently dies, but we're working with the square ones tonight. Hi, Jackie. Linda, Catherine, Julie, Janice. Dawn, I think, I'm not sure if you saw Phil's live last night. He was asking people to either email the shop or send a message on the Facebook, the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, and let Karen know which one you wanted and if there was enough demand for it, then he would reorder them. So if you're wanting them or if anybody else is wanting them, hi Chrissy, hi Sue. So if anybody else is wanting the new dies, then please message Karen or email Karen and let her know. And then hopefully if there's enough of you, which I think there will be, then Phil will reorder them. Hi Susan. Perfect, Dawn. Hopefully that answered the question for you. Hi Ellen. Sandra. So has anyone made this type of card themselves? I think somebody said in the post that they'd made one but couldn't remember. I think it was Chrissy, wasn't it? Or Jean. Said that they'd made one before, but we'll only get you until we sail. Oh, get you, Georgine. Hi, Wilbur. Well, I go on holiday tomorrow. We're only going to Norfolk in the caravan, so it's been frantic trying to pack today and do the last minute shopping and ironing. You're not late, Wilbur. I haven't started yet. People are still joining us. Hi, Leslie. Yeah, I thought it was you, Chrissy. Yeah, Sue, get in touch with Karen. No, Despina, I'm not on YouTube. I can't do YouTube and Facebook together. I need a special program to be able to do it. But saying that, I may be able to in the future. Ah, good, Susan. Thanks, Georgine. Ah, Leslie, you're in Thetford, are you? We're going to North Walsham. going for a fortnight. So we've taken everything from shorts and t-shirts to tracky bottoms and wellies and coats and... No problem, Wendy, we've not started yet. David, now, play nicely. We've not started, so this time we'll let her off. Is that all right, Wilbur? Right. And what I want to know, Saz, is how you're going to spill the beans, read it. Nice try, Deirdre. I had to look at my desk tonight before I came on just to make sure that I didn't pull anything into shot that might give something away, but I think I've cleared things away enough. Oh, I know, Chrissy, we've cut holidays short because it's just been raining and horrible. Last September we were in Devon and we actually got flooded. Despina, is that question for me? How do you know Phil? Boo! Wilbur, you scared me. Sorry, Deirdre. It's all right, Kay, we haven't started anything. How do I know Phil? Well, just the same as you. I've watched him, I've seen him at shows, seen him on the television. No, but I'm sure Phil will be watching. I'd get shot if I showed you, David. Yeah, just watching and liked his products, and he just got in touch with me and asked me to be on the design team, so lucky me. Oh, Phil is watching. See, I told you he would be watching, didn't I? They're trying to persuade me to give them sneaky peeks. Now, is that Phil and Karen watching? I've got 2 sentimentally yours. Right, I think we'll get started. Like I said, we're going to be using both of the square layered differently dies. 2 weeks on a cruise. Oh, lovely. Oh, great. Hi, Annette. So, as normal, I've turned the dies over that we're going to be using. Sorry if there's glare on there. So we're going to be using some out of this one and some out of this one. So the ones that are turned over are the ones that we're going to be using. So let me get those out of shot and put those to one side. So the other thing that I'm going to be using tonight is some of Phil's card. So I'm going to be using the Totally Turquoise, which is a gorgeous colour, Lemon Zest, Secret Lagoon, and Ice White. And what else are we using? See, I've got it all in a box here, ready to show you. So we've done those. We're going to be using the Sensational Stamens, and you can see the one that I've got turned over there. The Perfectly Plain Floral Finery, the Fabulous Fronds. Going to be using the Doodle Datey Dots and a combination of embossing folders. So the Beaded Swags, Heart Lattice and Classic Flourish. These are a must-have because you can change up your cards. What are you saying? Are you teasing him? He is quiet, isn't he, Chrissy? Right, so we'll come back to those when we start using them. And as normal, I've got everything cut out. Wilbur, embossing folders are a must, aren't they? You can add colour to them, which I'll be showing you later. So to start off with, if you've watched my videos before, you'll see that I make my cards up. You're working, are you? Start saving up. No heckling tonight, please. Right, so these are cut out of the ice white card. And I cut 1 to 22 centimetres by 20.5 and then score at 1.5 on the long edge. So that makes the hinge so that you can connect there and make your card base. So this one is 20.5 by 20.5 and this one is 22 by 20.5. So all you do is join them together and that creates your card base. And in true Blue Peter style, here's one I did earlier. So I've stuck it together and you can see it's formed a card base. You ready? Just bought a motorhome. So funnily enough, Elaine, we've just been looking at motorhomes today. But we've got a caravan and can't quite decide when to change, but we're looking. Right, so here comes the magic. Let me get my instructions in front of me so I'll make sure that I tell you the correct thing. Right, so on this piece that we just made, 8 by 8, yeah, let me see. Oh, probably just. You could probably snip it down just that little bit, Chrissy, and it probably would. But you'd have to adjust the measurements just a little bit. Well, who needs an envelope? Put it in a bag and just give it to somebody. So, right, here we go. So, let me get my scoreboard out. So, what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to score at 20.5, which is actually the fold between the two bits, and we're going to score at 30 3/4. Now, I know, hi Sharon. Yeah, bag it up, Elaine, definitely. Now, I know 30 3/4, we don't have that on our scoreboards. So what I did was I measured it with a ruler, or make a box, Jean, yeah, definitely. If you want to borrow the motorhome, I can't see you in a motorhome, Phil. Not unless it was one of these that Brad and Barney were in the States. So, yeah, I just measured with a ruler and just put a pencil mark, and then I lined it up on my scoreboard and scored it. So that's scoring at 20.5, which you'll already have because that's your card fold, and 30 3/4 down there. So let's take that one out the way. And then what you need to do is measure 10 1/4 centimetres at the side here, here and here. So just make a little pencil mark and you'll see that I've actually drawn a line. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to cut those off. So that is the end without the score in the middle. So the other end, I'll just turn it round. So this is with the score in the middle here. Sentimental yours, you only want to see if the rock. Not as much as a caravan, I wouldn't think. Is exactly the same. So you go from the halfway score mark here and then you measure 10 1/4, so then draw a line to the score and here, and then you're going to cut those off, the corners off both ends. Okay, are you following that yet? Right, so again, there we go. And as it says on the instructions, there's the card base. No, Chris, hi Karen, they're more stable, aren't you? Karen McDonald, she's big into caravanning as well. So you can see here that the fold here, and this is going to make your easel. So you can see there how you're forming the shape there. Yes, Despina, I will. I'll try and upload it to my YouTube channel, and also it'll still be on the Facebook group as well. If I wasn't going on holiday tomorrow, I'd said that I would upload all the measurements, but I may take them with me and do it whilst I'm away if it's raining and we're in the caravan. So there you go, you've got your base there. So let me take my scoreboard away, and now we're going to be looking at let me just take a quick sip of my drink. Right, so we are going to be taking the, let me show you which ones they are. Get the dies back out. So, thank you, you're welcome. Yeah, as Phil just said, it's under the media tab. So, right, for the first layer, let's take that off. And this is the one where it is completely flat. The score is at the other end. So we're working on this end first. And this is the base. This is the bottom. So all we're going to do, there you go, I've even written it down for you. It is a lovely shade of blue, isn't it, Catherine? This is the totally turquoise. So we're using die 1. I number all of my dies. So on the Regency squares, I start from the outside, and we're going to be using number 1. So the outside one on the Regency squares, and I've already die cut that out. That is going to be going just there. Take that sticky note off, and then what we're going to be using is die number 2 from the Graceful squares, which is the second one in, and I've cut that out of ice white card, and I've embossed it with the classic Flourish embossing powder. They cut so nice, Chrissy. There you go, classic Flourish. Right, so we're going to be adding some colour to this. I know my original card I made with papers from the paper packs, but I thought, oh, how different this will look. And this time I'm going to be using both inks. Oh, thanks, Despina. Folder, not powder. Did I say powder? Chrissy? Did I say embossing powder? It's my age. Just put it down to my age. Oh yeah, look. I just seen my fingernails on there. I did those the other day. Did I? Oh. If I say embossing powder again, I mean embossing folder. I tried to be, Jean. Brilliant, Helen. You knew what I mean, didn't you? Right, so we'll put the card base to one side for a minute, and we're going to add some ink to this piece here. And what I'm going to use for this is Salvage Patina Distress Oxide, because what I did was, you've all seen my samples, haven't you? My sample swatches. Yes, yeah, I was, Helen. I was checking you were listening. Yeah. Yeah, of course I was. So I looked at the salvage patina and I thought that was the closest match I could find for the totally turquoise. So having swatches, and then you've got the name of it on the back, and then you can match that up with your card. Really useful. So with this one, we're actually going to be using a brayer. I don't know whether anybody's used a brayer before, have they? And I have a separate one for my inks and a separate one for my paint. Just because the paint one, once it dries on there, it gives it a bit of texture, which is, I do have my bell, look, and I have my top tips. I've got it, Wilbur. Ding. I keep it over there. Yes, Karen, I've got colour swatches for all of the cards and the paints and the distress oxides and I haven't got one done for the lustre powders yet. I'm slacking. It didn't really take too long, Helen. You just do it, don't you? Despina, it's a great idea. It really matches up. Look, you can see I've been painting on this one. I don't think there's any giveaways on that one either. Let me get a piece of. Right, so we are going to, now if you've never used a brayer before, you load it up. So we're pressing on the ink, but we're sliding it, you can see we're sliding it across, and I'm lifting. So pretend it's one of those, like the toy cars that you wind up to go. So I'm just loading the brayer up, and you can see that it's going on evenly all the way round there. It doesn't matter if it's not total coverage. And then we're going to add it. So the touch doesn't have to be really, but what you need to do is pick it up. So you spin it, can you see? So you go up there and you come off the end, and then you can go back down again. So you don't create lines on your brayer. And if you don't go too hard, you won't get it on the background. But I think what I did with this is I cut it out after I'd embossed it, so I've squashed my embossing down a little bit. So for those of you that haven't braided before, doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want a perfect blend. Yeah, mine's not 6 inches, Chrissy. Mine's the smaller one. Susan, I have to be organised, really do. So that's with the ink, and you can see it's picked up the flourish of the embossing powder, and it's caught some of the background, but that just adds to it. You can spritz it with your water, you can spray it, so put some of the ink down and splash it. Let me just have a little drink. Right, so we've finished with the inky one, and all I've done on the edge of this one is I've just edged it. Here's one I did earlier. I've just edged it with one of the finger daubers, and I've just gone round the edge and just dabbed. You can do it with the sponges that Phil uses as well. So I've just gone round the edge, and you can see it's just adding some onto there. So we'll put that one to one side, and we will stick this together. So I'm just using the PVA, Phil's PVA glue, or I am if it comes out the bottle. Where's my pin? I think everybody has this problem, don't they? That the hole gets blocked. Thanks, David. Let's see if it works now. If not, I'll have to go to the big bottle. I filled it up earlier. Oh, there we go. It's coming now. So, as I said, this is Phil's PVA glue. I've just put it into a smaller dispenser. So, we're going to put this centrally onto the blue card, turn it over. And like I said, this one is going to go in the centre there. So the points line up with the edge. Just push the thingy inside my glue. Ooh, mucky fingers. Mucky fingers. That's it. That's better. Let me wipe my hands. I didn't get a clean cloth out for you tonight. I don't use wet wipes or anything like that. I just use like a microfiber cloth. Right, so we are going to stick that flat. Thanks, Karen. Is that me looking good or the card? You can't see me, can you? Right, so adding glue to that, and like I say, it wants to be lined up, the 2 points lined up there. So that's the first piece, and then we want another piece the same as at the bottom, so die 1 from the Regency squares, which is the outside one. Oh, they're alive. They're alive. The outside one there. Yeah, I don't know where mine is, Karen. What's the green face for? Sticky fingers. So this is going to go down there, and what we've got to do is just to adhere the bottom bit for this one. Oh my God, too many pieces. Right, that's the right piece. So we only want to put it on the bottom half, and like I said before, the points want to match up there. So what you could do is you could get it in place, flip it over and put a pencil mark at the back, and you know that you got to put your glue just there. That probably help. So let's add glue to the back here. If you didn't want the blue piece showing at the back, which it doesn't bother me, you could then back that half with white, but I think it looks okay. So match that up with the points on the fold. So you can see there that you've just got it half on there. So you can see it's starting to form, look. We've got, easel cards are not easy to show, are they? And all I've done is the die 2 from the Graceful dies. So that's the second one. I'm chucking them in the bin. That's the second one on this one, the one with the inverted corners, and this time I've used the beaded swags, and this is onto ice white, and I braided the selvage patina. Oh, ding, what am I dinging for? What am I dinging for, Wilbur? So this one I've used the beaded swags, and because it's directional, I cut it diagonally out of the folder. Let me get the folder. So I cut it diagonally so that the swags go in the right direction. Hopefully that makes sense, because if you cut it like that, they'd be going diagonally, unless that's what you want. So for me, I cut it diagonally. So that is going to be stuck onto there, and you can see we're now starting to form the card. It is unusual, isn't it, Jean? You know me, I like my construction. Oh, yes, Chrissy. Yeah, using the pencil mark. You just have to make sure that you do it lightly so that you can rub it out, or you do it just underneath the halfway so that you can't see it. So, yeah, I'll take that top tip. Thank you. Right, which way do I want these? So, these are going this way. So, again, centrally into there, you can see how it leaves those lovely corners with using both sets together. So that's that one gone. So we are now going to fill in these two corners and these two corners. So what we're going to do is we're going to be cutting the we're going to be cutting the another one of the layers, so number 1 of the Regency squares. So we're going to cut that, and again out of totally turquoise. You can mix and match your colours up if you want. Oh, you need me, do you, Despina? Oh. Yeah, this one's a different easel card. I did find it on Pinterest, so it wasn't my idea, but I work in centimetres, and the one that the lady had made, I can't remember her name, it was a little dotty one, small one, and it was in inches. I don't think you want to keep me there, Wilbur. So yeah, with this one, then what you're going to do is you're going to measure 9.5 centimetres in, there you go, I've done it already, 9.5 centimetres, make a mark here, then on the same corner the other way, 9.5, make a mark, and do the same on the opposite corner. And then we're going to cut those out. So you can do this in your guillotines if you can match it up, or your paper trimmers. I just prefer to cut them. Draw a line from mark to mark and cut them. And like Phil was showing us last night about cutting different shapes, you've got the middle of the square left. So you just want me to come and organise your craft rooms. There would be lots of labelling, lots of containers, lots of samples, and then we'd all be sorted, wouldn't we? Yeah, so you have that shape ready to use on another project. So we have these two bits here, and you want to do that twice. So in true Blue Peter fashion, here's one I prepared earlier. So you've got another one of those shapes. And what we need to do now is, so that was measure 9.5 inches in from opposite corners. Would I get food and lodgings? Would I, Jean? Are you a nightmare? Where would I start with yours, Karen? Well, I think I'd be sitting there playing in yours, because yours is worse than mine is. So this is die 2 from the Regency squares. So this is the second one in on the Regency squares. And this one I've embossed with the heart lattice. There we go. And this one's the heart lattice. And what I'm going to do for the little corner ones is I'm going to colour it differently. I am, she says. I'm going to do it in yellow. She's a feeder. Who's a feeder? Jean. Yeah, don't worry, Grace. You can watch it back later. So I've already drawn my marks on the back of this. So as we're going to be layering them onto these, it wants to be just that little bit smaller. So remember, it's the second die in. So it's the smaller square, and also the measurements for measuring it are 8.5 from each corner. So when you cut them, they fit nicely into there. So again, out of the squares, we've now made triangles. But what I'm going to do with this first is I'm going to add some yellow paint, and I think what have I chosen? Custard slice. There you go. I've done the top of my paint as well, and put the name on there. Just saying. So out with the next sprayer, and this is my paint sprayer. And you can see that there's texture on this. And with the paint, I don't really mind about that. Cooks for everybody. Christina. Yeah, I think craft supplies do go everywhere, don't they? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to put a little bit on my mat. And I will wash that later. Put it somewhere where it won't get anything. Put my lid on. Got it on my fingers. And remember, like I said with the brayer, make sure you pick it up. You can see, remember the toy cars where you roll them up so that they can go. And I'm just going to put some scrap paper on here. And again, lift it up. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Oh, just look at that. And we didn't need to go in for a second one. I'm going to try and get the edges. Oh, let's see. Look at that. And this is just a wax sheet. I think that you get a book of them from the works. Oh, got it under here. Yeah, tear off paper palette is what this is. And I just use those just to put paint on, and you can see that I've got those there. So let's carry on with this. What are they worth investing in? The heart's your favourite, is it, Jean? A brayer? Yeah, definitely, because you can do all sorts with the brayer. We were born with fingers, so why use anything else? And we've gone round the edge of that one. And then we've got the lines on the back, and we'll cut that out. Right, have I got anything else to do? Yeah, I've got this other one to do as well. So again, I've done die 2 on this one. And it's the heart lattice again, but I just decided to use the inverted corners. So see if we've got enough paint. Yeah. Remember, spin it, because otherwise you'll get lines. I could probably have done with a bit more on there, but never mind. There we go, and I will clean my brayer later. I'll just put it to one side. Right, so again, you want to measure in 8.5 centimetres. quintessentially quilted. I don't think I've got that one. Got quite a few, but not that one. Paint on your fingers. Yeah, I know, but it's so good. It comes off, doesn't it? And again, you've got an embossed piece in that shape. So maybe on the piece that we got rid of in the blue, let me just reach and get it. There you go, look. And you could cut that to shape. Oh, they're so nice. And then you could, if you chopped a bit off the side, oh, that would be lovely. I'm using that. I'm taking that. And then I need to cut this one. So this was 8.5, 8.5, and draw a line. Cut that out, and then we'll get those stuck together. So once you break it down, and this is what I always used to tell my workshop ladies, break it down, and it's not that difficult. So let's get these stuck into place. Bring my glue back in. And oh, stick these on. Are you still with me? Have you fallen asleep? There we go, that's one. I did, didn't I, Karen? No, I get messy fingers, but my craft room is upstairs and it's right next to the bathroom, so I'm always going into the bathroom. Can anybody else see my light flashing? Or is it just me because it's in front of me? Despina, I think you have to message Karen, either on Facebook or email her. She's composing a waiting list of the people that want the dies, so that Phil can work out whether he's reordering them or not. Because I don't think there's anything left. Or there may just be a few bits. Just a little bit. If it gets too bad, let me know. I don't know whether it's because I've got too many things plugged in, or whether it's because it's plugged into a extension. I don't know. If it gets too much, let me know. Or I'll just speed up. Yeah, there you go. Karen's just put a message on there to send her a message. And no, it's mine. Oh, as long as it's not too bad, I can see it in front of me, but then it is right in front of my eyes. So we bring the card base back in again, and I think, where shall we do I think we'll do those there. Oh, it'll be on its side, so make sure if you've got a directional embossing folder that you get it to engrossed in the demo. Oh, bless you. Get Mark on the case. Yeah, Karen. He's downstairs. So we're going to stick those there. So where's my glue gone? Got a tickle in my throat today. Remember, I don't know whether you've seen the post that Phil put up of the card that he did on the live last night, that he's giving away. Oh, Karen did one this shape, did she? So these just fit in the corners with equal spacing. It's great how they fit, isn't it? So when you've got it closed, this is what you're going to see. And then we've got it open, so these pieces are going to go in those corners. You can leave these blank. You don't need to fill them in. If you're anything like me, Karen, it's like I've slept since then. I don't know. Oh, right. Rug making. Now, that's something I haven't done. I'm doing some English paper piecing, which is, yeah, what is it? It is quilting. So you cut out, I've been using some of my hexagon dies to cut it out and to cut the material out. Oh, thanks, Phil. I enjoy doing them. Means that you can have a rest and you're working, bless you. Right, so that's the inside of the card, and that's it when it's closed. So we've got this. Doesn't it look nice with those embossing folders, and just with the change of colour. And then I've done my flowers in yellow as well. Sneaky peek. Right, so we are going to, we've got another piece. No, I'm dropping everything everywhere. So we want to put a piece of card in this piece here. So again, matting and layering. So we need a piece that's 20 centimetres by 9.5, and this is the totally turquoise. Yeah, right, David. No, I'm not cheeky, am I? Now, I'm not sure whether any of the DL dies would cut this out. I didn't look. So that will go with just an equal border. Still got some paint on my finger. Round the outside. And then a white piece. And this is 19.5 centimetres by 9. And this is going to be the bit where you write your sentiment. So this is going to stay plain. You could put ink round the edge of this, but I'm not going to bother. There we go. So that's centred nicely. Just put the top on my glue. So it's all coming together. And now we've got the extra bits. So on the piece where we've just stuck half down, which is the easel part of it, this is where we're going to start adding some more shapes on there. So this one is die number 5 from the Graceful dies. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the middle one of those shapes. So I've cut that out of totally turquoise. Now then, shall I put that on? Yeah, I'm going to put that on tape. Where's my tape? So bear with me. There we go. And I'm going to take the back off those. Oh, is it Jean's birthday? It is all about getting the measurements right. So you could put it with the double scallop there, or you could put it with the bump at the top. I think I'm going to go with the double scallops, and we're going to go centrally, and this is where we're going to put a sentiment on. So then we're going with die 6 from the Regency squares, and this one was out of ice white, and you can see that I've added the custard slice paint onto this already, and this is the classic flourish that I've used on this. Oh, Sunday, happy birthday for Sunday. And that was die 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's that one. And yeah, I'm going to put this on foam tape as well. Talk amongst yourselves. You're welcome, Jane. Is it a big birthday or is it just a normal birthday? Hi Marlene. Right, so just going to put that in the centre of there. And again, I've put that up on foam tape. So you can see we're starting to get dimension on there. Wait till it catches up. Another drink. Normal for the aged. Bless you. Right, so this one is out of Totally Turquoise again, and it's die 8 from the Regency. So this is the largest of the scalloped ones, and the second one, which is die 9, is going to be what we're putting our sentiment on, and that's cut out of the ice white. Big sticky pads, yeah, they're really useful. So again, so that's die 9 from the Regency squares. So shall I raise that up? No, I'll do that flat and I'll raise that up. So I'll wait till I've done my sentiment, because obviously if I put that on and I stamp my sentiment, yeah, I'll stamp my sentiment first just to make sure. Now, I haven't decided what to put on this. There we go. I've got my acetate again. Who else uses the acetate? I know what I'm going to do. It's Your Birthday. And this is from the Just Saying Milestone Birthdays. Yeah, we'll all have to remember on Sunday, won't we? So, I don't know if you've seen my trick with the piece of acetate, but I put the piece of card in and I wedge it in with my magnets, because obviously we're going to be using quite a bit of it. And then I put my acetate over the top. And we're going to have birthday and it's your. So it's your. And what I do with mine, where's my tweezers? Tweezers couldn't. Oh, you do the acetate as well, do you? So I use my tweezers to position my sentiments. Your. It's your, and then we can get birthday, and then you can try and get them straight. Obviously, like Phil, the camera's in the way, so I can't see over the top really well. There we go. We'll try this one, and then you fold it down and you pick it up, and then you can remove your acetate. And I'm going to stamp in Versifying Claire Nocturne. Oh, ding my bell. There you go. Top tip. That one's an old top tip now. I guess it's not an old top tip if you're a newbie, is it? Just wipe that piece of black there. Mine's gone all misty. I don't know whether it's use or... Right, so let's have a look. It's Your Birthday. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in again with that. Yeah, Lisa Horton going over to Hobby Maker. Right, so we've got our sentiment in there. And I will clean that later. I'm running out of room. So what we will do now is I'm going to put this on a foam tape. 1, 2, there we go. Is that in the way? No. So then you can line it up there. Right, we're getting there, so bring the card back in, and then we're going to put this flat onto here. You can add glitter around the edges if you want. We are going to put some gems on. Use my tweezers. Make sure we get it straight-ish. That's a good one for us crafters, isn't it? Ish. There we go. So that's the front of the card there. And then we'll get on to the flowers. So I have used these are the flowers. We've got some leaves and stamen. So what I've done with the flowers, this is using the lemon zest card, and also the sensational stamens are out of ice white, and all I've used on this is the, let me take it out the pack, the Doodle Dainty Dots, and placed my flowers into my stamping platform. I use that tip now. Oh, with the acetate, Jenny, it really helps. Well, I find it does anyway. Where had I got to? Yeah, so the dots I stamped in the salvage patina. So I stamped those ahead of time, and I used the finger dauber. I'm going to do that now. Just the finger dauber, and yes, it is labelled up, and yes, my ink pad is labelled up as well. Just going to go round and then just flick it out. My light is annoying me. So round in a circle and then just flick it out gently into the flower so that we've got some yellow left. And I find these finger daubers are really useful for doing like the centre of flowers. Right, get my cloth, get that off there. This is an old, like a baby muslin type thing. I just use it for drying up. Again, that's clean. I know it doesn't look like it. Oh, Susan, at least you can watch it back, can't you? What time are we on now? 8 o'clock. Well, we haven't done too badly, have we? So let me make this up for you. We all know how you do the flowers, don't we? Turn them over, use the ball tool. I like to go round in a circle, and like Phil, I don't mind if the sides crease a little bit. They just add to the texture. Oh, I haven't heard what they've done about the fuel allowance. Have they allowed it, or and then with the stamen I've just gone in the middle of that. I'll only be able to get it from me and Julia, but it's a proper kit edition. Kid edition. Limited. Right, so then decide which one's your best one and layer these up diagonally. I love the 3 petaled flowers because I just think they make up a lovely shaped flower. So then in the centre there, we're going to add the stamen. Yeah, I know, they give with one hand and take it away with the other, don't they? There we go, and we're going to add a cornflower blue gem. Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of people are furious about. So we're going to use one of the bigger ones in the centre. So press down. And then we've got 3 flowers. So the flower is going to act as the stopper on the card when you fold it up. So decide where you want your stopper to open. You might want it halfway, you might want it a bit further, or totally upright. Just decide where you want it to be. I even got a new cocktail stick out. They're gorgeous, aren't they? That's the lemon zest. I know you've probably, yeah, lemon zest with salvage patina. So I know you've probably heard me say this before, but I know people struggle with their glue gel. You keep the foil on that's on there when you first buy it, because it acts as a plug. Acts as a plug to keep it, and then when you've finished with it, you squeeze it up to the top, put the foil back on, and then the lid, and then it shouldn't dry up. So we're going to add glue gel to the back of these flowers. You can do different shapes, or you can do as many as you like. Yeah, I had my fleece on earlier. I was really cold and I put my slippers on. And that's unheard of. And then I had to take it all off because I got too hot. Typical, eh? Right, so squeeze it up to the top till you can see it just coming out. Can you see that? Let me just wait. Yeah. Put the foil on the top and then screw the lid on. And then you shouldn't get any problems with it drying out. Right, so now to work out where I want them. So we're going to, I think I'm going to put it about there. So what I've used is where the petals go in, I've used the V as for where the point's going to go in. And then add the other 2. Again, interlocking them. Probably ought to have done that just a little bit further back so that we've got a bit more room. There we go. And then we're going to add, these are the, I can never remember whether it's fantastic or fabulous. Either way is good by me. Fabulous fronds. And I just put my nail in the middle and squeeze it up just to give it some shape. So I've got some 2s. Oh no, I haven't got as far as putting my heating on. So I'm going to add 1 under there. One under there. I'm picking up some of the glue that's already under the flower. I can't just go to the shop like Phil does and half inch it. It is, isn't it? And then in the middle of this one, I'm going to put a 3 petal. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, is it Karen? Oh, brilliant. And then, shall I do blue? No, because it won't stand out. So this is these are the ice diamond pearls, sorry, gems. Caught that one. And I'm going to add them in the corners. So I think we'll use the big one again. And because the cornflower blue ones wouldn't have shown up on this one. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Susan. So they were the ice diamond, and you can add them onto the topper as well if you want. Yeah, I think we will. Right, how am I going to do this? Right, turn it upside down so that I don't catch it. And we're going to add, put it instead. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is easy, Anne. It really is. Yeah, who's going to be the first one to make one? Love it, love it, love it. I'm surprised Phil hasn't said that. Love it, love it, love it. Right. I don't know about you, but I quite like the bigger gems. I use them quite a bit. Yes, Elaine, yeah, if you watch back, I've shown you all of the dimensions. So, put that over to one side. There we go, and it's bare, so I've used it all. I've not got any bits left over. So, there we go. We've got a finished card. There you go. Doesn't it look lovely with the embossing folders? And that blue and yellow together look really, really nice. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. So, like Phil said, it should be in the files or under media. Yeah, I love shapes. Hopefully when I get back off holiday, I'll be able... Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Karen. Like I said, when I get back off holiday, I'll try and schedule some more for a Tuesday night. That's if Phil lets me. So, yeah, give it a go. If you haven't got the embossing folders, then have a look on the website. Tonight we've used the beaded swags, heart lattice and the classic flourish. But you can use any of the others. And you could use this for one of your nice posh Christmas cards, couldn't you? Yeah, that's an idea. So I think I've actually got a giveaway to do. I don't know whether you all saw the post from Phil earlier. Let me see if I can. Right, I've got to go out of the live, and I saved the post so I could see who commented. So let me go up to the top of the comments. Oh, there's quite a few of you have commented. And the card that Phil put on the... Oh, that's just knocked my iPad over. So let's pick a winner. Right. Let me pick a winner. Grace. Randy and Grace. That is Grace, isn't it? Yeah, Cheney. Grace Cheney. You're the one that has won the card that Phil made in the live last night. Right, let me get back to my live, if I can find it. So Grace Cheney is the one. Right, let me get back into... Yeah, well done, Grace. I did all that and I didn't lose you. When it works, isn't it? I hope we have some good weather as well, Karen. I really do. I think to start off with, it's going to be a little bit dodgy. So hopefully if Karen's listening or Phil's listening, did you take the card to the shop today, Phil? Or the next time you go, you can get it sent out to Grace. I know it'll be Karen that does it. Yay, congratulations, Grace. So, yeah, give this a go. Remember to put it on the Facebook group. If you've got any questions or you want any measurements, let me know and I'll try and help you. I have got some instructions for it, so I can take those with me and give you some ideas from there. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you. I'll still be online. Thanks, Chrissy. I'll still be part of the lives. I just won't be doing one myself. So I'll see if I can take a picture of this before I go so that I can put it. I might start doing the card giveaways more often for you. Oh, that's brilliant, Phil. Thank you. So, yeah, I'll take a picture of this and put it on the Facebook group. And like I said, any questions, thank you, Wilbur. Take plenty to do. Yeah, I haven't decided what to take with me yet, Karen. It'll probably be some crocheting and a bit of crafting and a bit of this and a bit of that. And we'll probably have a bit of the other, but then that's not talking crafting, is it? There we go. Talking about caravans rocking now. I'm getting as bad as Phil. I really am. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks, Phil. Lovely. Okay, thanks, everybody. Bye.